Good morning. Just giving folks a minute to come in from the waiting room. As a reminder, as you are entering, please mute yourself unless you are appearing or testifying before the board. Good morning. This is a hearing before the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. Today's hearing will be recorded and posted to the City of Boston's website. Before I review procedural matters, I would like to introduce Chairwoman Kathleen Joyce.
Good morning. My name is Kathleen Joyce. I'm chair of the licensing board, and today I'm joined by Commissioner Liam Curran and Commissioner Kiana Saxon.
Great. Thank you. And as a reminder, please do mute yourself unless you are appearing or testifying before the board. Please also ensure that your audio and visuals are working properly. I will call each item in the order it appears on the agenda. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You will then make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the chairwoman and commissioners. Following the questions, there will be testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. Please limit your testimony to 2 minutes. And please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. And before we get to the first item on the agenda, I would just like to announce, in case you're here to testify on item number 20, Donna Temple LLC, doing business as Stoddard's Fine Food and Ale, transferring its license to Real House Oyster Bar, located at 10 Waterside Drive. That item has been continued to Wednesday, January 5th, 2022, at the request of the applicant, as their previously scheduled abutters meeting had to be canceled due to a technological issue that prevented access to the city's WebEx server. The abutters meeting has been rescheduled, and that hearing on this item with opportunities for testimony will occur on Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. And now I will be calling item number 1 on today's agenda, Tazia LLC, doing business as, Tazia LLC, there is no doing business as, located at 21 Dry Dock Avenue, has applied for a common victualler license to be exercised on the above. Vendor space inside the IDB building, 160, please mute yourself if you're not speaking right now. I'm hearing some feedback. Thank you. 160 square feet, all equipment and storage together in the vendor space. Manager Panupak Kraiwang, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant? Is there anybody here on behalf of Tazia LLC at 21 Dry Dock Avenue? Okay, we'll return for a second call. Now calling item number 2, Ocean Inc., doing business as Pizzeria Regina, located at 11.5 Thatcher Court, holder of a common victualler 7-day wines and malt beverages license with liqueurs license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Richard Zapata to Frederick Lahoud, who is present on behalf of the licensee.
I am Frederick Lahoud.
Great, you may begin, Mr. Lahoud.
It's just we're changing the liquor license to my name because Richard retired.
Thank you, Mr. Lahoud. Are you a citizen?
Yes, I am.
Are you a resident of the Commonwealth?
Yes, I am.
Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
I have been working for Pizzeria Regina since 1992.
Okay. And are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
I am. Most of them, yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon, do you?
None for me, thanks.
None, thank you.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
This is Steve Napolitano representing Pizzeria Regina. I'm their licensed administrator, and all the paperwork was filed accordingly, so we're all set with that.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now calling item number 3, Diamond Rock Boston Tenant LLC, doing business as Westin Boston Waterfront, located at 425 Summer Street. Holder of an in-holder all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Michael C. Jorgensen to Stephen Edwin Juskin, apologies for pronunciation, who is present on behalf of the licensee.
I am. Steve Jewson is here.
Great, you may go ahead, Mr. Jewson.
Yes, I'm just, again, just requesting to be added to the liquor license in replacement of Michael Jorgensen.
Thank you. Mr. Jusen, does your camera work? So I'm going to ask you,
Yes, bear with me. Sorry about that.
Great, thank you.
thank
You can
you. Are you a citizen?
I am.
Are you a resident of the Commonwealth?
I am.
Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Yes, I do.
And are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you.
Uh,
Commissioners, any questions?
No question.
None, thank you.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now calling item number 4, Big Night Venues Boston 5 LLC, doing business as Explorator, located at 186 Tremont Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to change the DBA of the licensed business from Explorator to Guy's Kitchen and Bar. Attorney Kristen Scanlon. Attorney Scanlon.
Morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Kristen Scanlon representing the licensee for this location. The application before you is to change the DBA from Explorator to Guy's Kitchen and Bar. The licensed premises has been closed since early March of 2020. And since that time, they've decided to rebrand this location with a new concept and one that Big Night is familiar with, both at one of their Foxwoods venues, as well as the Garden venue with Guy Fieri. Menu items will include shareable items, soups, salads, sandwiches, burgers, and the like. And also, just so the board is aware, obviously with this rebranding and reconcepting, there was redecorating in the premises. We initially thought that it all would fit within the same legal description that Explorator had, but there has since been a slight change since they received their building permit. So we do have an alteration of premises application forthcoming to the board, where you'll see the change in the floor plan as well. Other than that, no changes are proposed to the premises.
Okay, and no operational changes?
No.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon, do you have any questions?
No questions. Thanks.
No, thank you.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Sorry, Danny. Anna Calderon from Councillor Flink's office. The councillor would like to go on record in support.
Thank you, Anna. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now calling item number 5, Luna's Restaurant LLC, doing business as Luna's Restaurant, located at 945 Saratoga Street in East Boston. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic neighborhood restricted beverages license has petitioned to change the corporate structure of the licensed business from Luna's Restaurant LLC to Luna's Restaurant Corporation. Who is present on behalf of the licensee? Is there anybody here present on behalf of Luna's Restaurant? Okay, we will take a second call. Thank you. Now calling item number 6, California Pizza Kitchen, Inc., doing business as California Pizza Kitchen, located at 800 Boylston Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned for a change of officers, directors. Lastly, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Sarah Dion to Jose Gradero. Who is present on behalf of the licensee?
Cindy Block, Jose. Manager proposed.
Great, thank you. You may go ahead, Ms. Block.
Thank you very much. So the petition that is forthcoming is for a change in officers as well as directors. California Pizza Kitchen went through a restructured bankruptcy. During the proceeds of that bankruptcy, the officers were elected as well as new directors. And at the same time, we have nominated a new manager that will be coming forth. The bankruptcy has closed and officers are now present and active. No change in the corporate structure, no change in the corporate business, day-to-day business, although we do have a new manager. And that manager is present.
Thank you. Mr. Grattereau, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Thanks for joining us today. Are you a citizen?
Yes, I am.
Are you a resident of the Commonwealth?
Yes, I am.
Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Yes, I work in the restaurant business for 20 plus years.
Okay. And are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. No further questions from me. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
No questions. Thanks.
Me, thank you.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Ana Calderon from Councilor Flink's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now calling item number 7, Bar Taco Fort Point LLC, doing business as Bar Taco, located at 25 Thompson Place. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned for a change of officers directors. Who is present on behalf of the licensee?
Hi, this is Michaela from Bluebonnet Consulting.
Great, go ahead. You may go ahead.
We are actually just removing one officer. There is no additional officers. It's just going to be a removal of one officer. And then there is a change of title to an officer, which I can explain if you would like further questions about that as well.
Chairwoman, I think you're on mute.
Thank you, Danny. Michaela, are there any operational changes?
No. Mm-mm.
Operational changes. Okay, that's just what I'm concerned with. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon, do you have any questions?
None, thank you.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you. Now calling item 8, American Airlines, Inc., doing business as Admirals Club, located at Logan Airport Terminal B in East Boston. Holder of an Airport Club all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned for a change of officers directors. Attorney Joseph Devlin. Attorney Devlin.
Good morning, Chairwoman, members of the board. Elizabeth Pisano from Upton, Connell, and Devlin on behalf of American Airlines, Inc. This application is for a change of officers. Thomas Weir is a currently approved treasurer, and he is being removed and replaced by Megan Montana. There are no operational changes or no other changes to the ownership structure.
Thank you, Attorney Pisano. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon?
None, thank you.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? The board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now calling item number 9, CHSP TRS Boston 2 LLC, doing business as Hyatt Regency Boston, located at 1 Avenue de Lafayette. Holder of an in-holder all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned for a change in officers directors. Attorney Joseph Devlin.
Again, Elizabeth Pisano from Upton, Connell, and Devlin, counsel for the Hyatt Regency. Again, this is a change of officers application. Specifically, Thomas Morey is leaving as the secretary, vice president, and manager, and is being replaced by Nancy Vu. There are no changes to the operations of the hotel or no other ownership structure changes, just this removal and replacement of one person.
Thank you, Attorney Pisano. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you?
No questions.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you. Now calling item number 10, Shinha Corporation, doing business as Korea Garden, located at 122 Harvard Avenue in Alston. Holder of a common victular 7-day wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license has petitioned to change the corporate name of the licensed business from Shinha Corp to Shinha Inc. Secondly, has petitioned to change the DBA of the licensed business from Korea Garden to Korean Garden. Thirdly, has petitioned for a change of officer directors and a change of stock interest. Lastly, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Thomas H. Shin to Chong Ha. Who is present on behalf of the licensee?
Good morning, everyone. Andrew Upton for the licensee, and with me is Chong Ha, the proposed manager of record. Korea Garden is one of the earliest and one of the finest and one of the most authentic Korean restaurants in Alston, which was really an early adopter in that area of restaurants, which has now become an Asian dining destination. It appears that we are doing 5 changes to the license here, but they are really on the merits just a corporate cleanup. Unfortunately, Mr. Tom Shin, who was the founder and owner and manager, has passed away. So we are attempting here to replace him with his wife as president and director. We are transferring his stock, 51% to his wife. We are appointing a new manager because he is no longer the manager. And we are changing the corporate names only because there's been some confusion. On some paperwork, it says Korea Garden, some it says Korean Garden, some it says Shinha Corp, some says it's Shinha Inc. So we're here to tell you that there are no operational changes. It's going to be the same restaurant. It's going to be the same family. The new manager has worked there for 13 years. She is a US citizen. She is a Mass resident. Obviously, she has excellent experience in the industry and is familiar with the rules and regulations. So really what we're doing is we're just trying to tidy up the estate and the paperwork after the untimely death of Mr. Shin.
Thank you for explaining that, Attorney Upton, and I'm sorry for their loss. And thank you for covering the manager of record questions. I don't have any additional questions. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon, do you?
No questions.
None, thank you.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now calling item number 11, Air Ventures LLC, doing business as Luca, located at Logan Airport Terminal B in East Boston, holder of an airport common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned for a change of officers directors. Secondly, has petitioned for a change of ownership interest. Lastly, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Charles Garabedian to Mark Levine. Attorney Andrew Upton. And Attorney Upton, do I understand correctly that items 12 and 13 are the same transaction?
You understand correctly, but I believe it's 11, 12, and 13. They're all Air Ventures LLC.
Yes, that was 11, so I'll call in 12 and 13 as well now.
Yeah.
So item number 12, Air Ventures LLC, doing business as Vineyard Grill at Logan Airport Terminal E in East Boston, holder of an airport common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license. Petition for a change of officers directors. Secondly, has petitioned for a change of ownership interest. Lastly, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Charles Garabedian to Mark Levine. And also reading into the record, item number 13, Air Ventures LLC, doing business as Not Your Average Joe's, located at Logan Airport Terminal B in East Boston, holder of an airport common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned for a change of officers directors. Secondly, has petitioned for a change of ownership interest. And lastly, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Charles Garabedian to Mark Levine. Attorney Upton.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Air Ventures runs these 3 restaurants at Logan Airport. Luca is a fine dining Italian concept. Not Your Average Joe's is a casual sit-down restaurant, and Vineyard Grill is a fast casual restaurant. Luca and Not Your Average Joe's are currently open, and Vineyard Grill is expected to reopen fairly soon. What this application seeks is recognition of an investment in Air Ventures. They are a national company operating restaurants in airports all over the country, and they have had an infusion of capital to help them expand and survive COVID. So they have taken that money, and the investor has been added to the board of directors, and the finances have been disclosed. And we are also attempting to change the manager, Mr. Mark Levine, I believe is here with me. He was a manager previously approved by this board for Rock Bottom in the theater district. He was there for 9 years with no violations. He is a US citizen, a Mass resident. He is familiar with the rules and regulations, and he has plenty of experience in the industry. And that is what we are asking for, and we're certainly glad to answer any questions.
Is Mr. Levine here? I see Mr. Garabedian.
For some reason, it has his name
Oh.
on the computer. Yes, I looked up and saw that also.
Okay, so I see Mr. Garabedian, but, okay, I'll take your attorney's word for you being Mr. Levine, and thank you for covering those manager of record questions. I don't have any further questions. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon, do you?
No questions.
I do not, thank you.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify on these items, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on these items? Okay, hearing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now calling item 14, Boylston Street Hotel LLC, doing business as Mandarin Oriental, located at 776 Boylston Street. Holder of an in-holder all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed business from hotel on 8 floors of a 16-story building, 183,000 square feet, first floor storage in rear of lobby, 24 square feet, restaurant indoor dining, 5,400 square feet, with dining area, 2,600 square feet, including private dining room with seating for 18, charcuterie station with seating for 7, and dining room with seating for 72, bar area 2,800 square feet, including communal table with seating for 11, bar lounge with seating for 54, and bar with seating for 17, seasonal outdoor patio located on both private and public property, 816 square feet, with seating for 40, main entrance exit to restaurant located on Boylston Street, additional entrance exit from hotel lobby, second floor function rooms, 12,825 square feet with seating for 1,454. Third floor offices and conference rooms, specifically excluding existing retail space. Fourth floor spa and guest rooms. 5th through 8th floors guest rooms, total of 148 guest rooms with room service. Outdoor residential courtyard area, 3,500 square feet. Licensed premise specifically excludes L'Espalier and Celle de la Terre. 2, hotel on 8 floors of a 16-story building, 183,000 square feet. First floor storage in rear of lobby, 24 square feet. Entrance exit from hotel lobby. Second floor function rooms, 12,825 square feet with seating for 1,454. Third floor office and conference rooms, excluding existing retail space. Fourth floor spa and guest rooms, 5th through 8th floors guest rooms. Total of 148 guest rooms with room service. Outdoor residential courtyard area, 3,500 square feet. Attorney John Aida. Attorney Aida.
Yep, thank you, Executive Secretary Green. I think my presentation will be shorter than the license description that you had, but good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, John Aida, McDermott, Quilty, and Miller on behalf of the licensee. What we're looking to do for this application, we're amending the description of the licensed premise to carve out the restaurant space, which included the first floor restaurant and outdoor patio. So that housed Bar Boulud, which closed during the pandemic. And we have the next matter on the agenda is related to this. You're going to see an application for a transfer of a new license coming into this location. Joining me as well is Greg O'Neill. He's the manager of record. And I also see David Quinn, who's the director of finance on behalf of the hotel. But simply, there's no operational changes. The hotel will remain to have control over the first 8 floors of that building, which contain the function rooms, the offices, conference rooms, and the guest rooms. So, and that end, that's staying within the in-holders license. And then what you're going to see is a separate independent license coming into that former restaurant space. So other than that, no operational changes. And again, we're carving out that space to allow the new restaurant to come in. And more than happy to answer any questions.
Okay, I don't have any questions right now. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
No questions. Thanks.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Ana Calderon from Councillor Flink's office. The councillor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now calling item 15, Traffic Restaurant LLC, doing business as Stella, located at 1525 Washington Street in Roxbury. Holder of a common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to GRNARK of Mass LLC. doing business as Ramsey's Kitchen, located at 776 Boylston Street. Altered premise consists of full-service restaurant of approximately 7,196 square feet, located with the street level of the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Main dining room, 2 private dining rooms, kitchen and bar. Main entrance exit located on Boylston Street with additional entrance exit from the hotel lobby. Hector Javier Tovar, manager, closing hour 12 a.m. Attorney Eugene Richard. Attorney Richard.
Thank you, Secretary Green, members of the board. Good morning. This is, as you just heard, the companion to the prior agenda item. The hotel, the Mandarin Hotel is going to be the location of this restaurant. The premises were previously Bar Boulud, and it's going to be on the same footprint. Bar Boulud operated, I understand, under a management agreement under the hotel's innkeeper's license. We're seeking to transfer an all alcohol beverage license into this space. So where there was one, there will be 2, meaning the hotel previously was just 1 license, including this space. Now this space will have a separate. Concept is Ramsey's Kitchen is the brainchild of celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay. He's I'm sure you've seen him on TV. He's based in the United Kingdom, but over the course of his life, Mr. Ramsay has operated dozens of restaurants worldwide. Currently has approximately 35 spread throughout North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and they have various concepts from fine dining to casual. This Ramsey's Kitchen will be the first Gordon Ramsay restaurant in Boston. They have additional ones planned, particularly well, they're in the pipeline, and the other ones will be more casual. They have a street pizza, street burger, that sort of concept. This restaurant incorporates upscale, first class, full service, high quality restaurant and bar. Furnishings and decor, modern, sleek, fun. If you've seen his shows, you'll get the idea. Besides the bar, the space will have 2 private dining areas, in addition to the main dining room. We do plan to take hopefully the same space outdoors, a sidewalk cafe that Bar Boulud had. We've negotiated and are in the process of signing a sidewalk cafe assignment with the city and the hotel. But we need to come back on that because we just ran out of time and hope to open the inside space fairly soon, hopefully within the next say month. So we'll be back in later in the winter or perhaps spring about the patio. As expected of a hotel restaurant, plan to be open from 7 a.m. to midnight to service not only the hotel guests, but also obviously just Boston residents and tourists. Proposed manager is on as well. Sorry, I didn't introduce him. His name is Hector Tovar. He has 25 years of restaurant experience. Last 4 years, he's been a on-premise manager in Boston for Bar Taco and also Wagamama, not the same time. He's a U.S. citizen. He's a resident of Massachusetts, and also will be backed by approximately 160 on-site employees. So pending questions from the board, we respectfully request approval of the transfer.
Thank you, Attorney Richard. Just the final question for Mr. Tovar. Are you familiar with the rules and regs of this board, the ABCC and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. I don't think I have any further questions at this point. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
No additional questions. Thank you.
For me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Molly Griffin with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. I just want to reiterate that the applicant did meet with the Neighborhood Association of the Back Bay, who will not oppose this liquor license, so we would like to defer this decision to the board. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam of the Chair, members of the board, Ana Calderon from Councilor Flink's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any additional individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will now call items 16, 17, and 18 into the record as they concern the same licensee at the same location doing the same transaction. Item number 16, Mass Bay Brewing Company, Inc., doing business as Harpoon Brewery, located at 306 Northern Ave. Holder of a Farmer Brewery pouring license has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed business from in one room in the northwest corner of the second floor connected to a second room tasting room on the east side of the second floor via a defined and railed off catwalk suspended over the first floor tour path and a seasonal May to October outdoor patio area on private property with 40 seats beer garden, 11 p.m. closing hour. 2, the Farmer Brewer and Farmer Winery will be combined in a 19H permit with an additional 27,248 square feet outdoor annual patio space on public property in parking area 1 floor. The space is owned by the City of Boston BPDA, held by a long-term lease ending February 28th, 2058. The space is in addition to the previously permitted room in the southwest corner on second floor of building and room in northwest corner of second floor, connected to a second room on the east side of the second floor via catwalk over first floor. There is also a seasonal May to October outdoor patio area on private property with 40 seats, 11 p.m. patio closing, and a 450 person capacity. Now calling into the record item number 17, Mass Bay Brewing Company, Inc., doing business as Harpoon Brewery, located at 306 Northern Ave. Holder of a Farmer Winery pouring license has petitioned to amend the description of the licensed business from in one small room in the southwest corner of the second floor to the Farmer Brewery and Farmer Winery will be combined in a 19H pouring permit with an additional 27,248 square foot outdoor annual patio space on public property in parking area 1 floor. The space is owned by the City of Boston BPDA, held by a long-term lease ending February 28th, 2058. Space is in addition to previously permitted room in southwest corner on second floor of building and room in northwest corner of second floor, connected to a second room on the east side of the second floor via catwalk over first floor. There was also a seasonal May to October outdoor patio area on private property with 40 seats, 11 p.m. patio closing, 400 person capacity. And finally, item number 18, Mass Bay Brewing Company, Inc., doing business as Harpoon Brewery, located at 306 Northern Ave, has applied for a Farmer Brewery and Wine pouring license to be exercised on the above. The Farmer Brewery and Farmer Winery will be combined in a 19H pouring permit with an additional 27,248 square feet of outdoor annual patio space on public property in parking area 1 floor. The space is owned by City of Boston BPDA, held by a long-term lease ending February 28th, 2058. The space is in addition to previously permitted Farmer Winery pouring license only room in southwest corner on second floor of building and the Farmer Brewery pouring license room in northwest corner of the second floor, connected to a second room on the east side of the second floor via catwalk over first floor. There was also a seasonal May to October outdoor patio area on private property with 40 seats, 11 p.m. patio closing, 450 person capacity. Manager Charles Story, closing time 11 p.m. Who was present on behalf of the licensee?
I am Charles Story.
You may go ahead, Mr. Story.
Thank you all. Good morning. Thank you for your patience reading through all that material. In a nutshell, we are applying for a Farmer Brewery license, a Farmer Winery license for our outdoor seasonal hospitality space, and then a 19H, which is a mechanism, a license that ties those two separate licenses together so they can operate in common space. A bit of background: we've been operating this hospitality space for the last 2 years under a temporary extension of premise. And so what our goal here is to find a permanent licensing solution for that operation.
Okay. Are there any changes to the previously approved space that you were allowed to have alcohol on. I know we had some discussions about this during the temporary outdoor dining stuff and with BPDA, so I wasn't sure. I don't have the floor plan right in front of me, but I will look it up. But did you extend it all?
No, we're not proposed. As you know, we do operate an existing tap room under a farmer brewer, farmer winery license, and there are no changes to that existing operation. So this is an additional license to govern an outdoor space.
Okay. Okay. I don't have any questions at this point. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you?
None for me, thank you.
And for me, thank you.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good morning, Marangote Chair, members of the board. Ana Calderon from Councilor Flink's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Hi, Madam Chair, members of the board, Haley Dillon, Mayor's Office, Neighborhood Services. We'd like to defer the vote to the board, but would like to add that Charlie and his team have worked very closely with all the businesses and abutters who aren't close, but the nearest abutters.
Thanks, Haley.
Thank you. Are there any additional individuals who would like
In their support. Thank you.
I think
Thank you,
Maureen.
Haley.
I think Maureen.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Kathleen. Hi, I'm Maureen O'Flaherty. I'm the Senior Project Manager in the Commercial Leasing Department, and I've been working with Charlie. If you have any questions that I can answer, I know I'm actually the one who writes the licenses for this parcel for the change in use of the 27,000 square feet. So I'm happy to answer any questions for you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I might have some follow-up questions after the hearing, but I'm comfortable with it right now.
That'd be great. You can call me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the board, Alicia Payne here on behalf of Councilor Flaherty, which I'm doing on record in support as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any additional individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now calling item 19, Sweet Rice Inc., doing business as Sweet Rice, located at 187 Main Street in Charlestown. Holder of a 7-day common victular wines and malt beverages license has petitioned to transfer the licensed business from the above to Sweet Rice Thai Sushi Inc. at the same location. Excuse my pronunciation, Teradate Santornat, manager, 10 p.m. closing hour. Who is present on behalf of the licensee?
Hi, I am Lara Copel, 1610 Main Street, South Weymouth, Mass. I'm counsel for Sweet Rice Thai Sushi Inc. Taradat Santanat is on the call with me today. They just want to buy the restaurant at 187 Main Street in Charlestown. There will be no operational changes, no changes to the premises, and Mr. Santanat is a U.S. citizen, a resident of Massachusetts. He does own a couple of other restaurants, and he recently sold a restaurant with a full liquor license in Revere, and that was Rice Passions, Inc. He is familiar with the operation of a bar.
Thank you very much, Attorney. And just to tease out that last question, Mr. Santanat, are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you?
None for me, thank you.
I have none, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Caitlin Stapleton with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. All abutters were required, and our office did hold an abutters meeting on November 16th. The meeting had no attendees, and I have received no written support or opposition from any of the abutters. At this time, our office would like to defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as I announced at the beginning of the hearing, item number 20, Donna Temple LLC, doing business as Stoddard's Fine Food and Ale, transferring a license to Real House Oyster Bar at 10 Waterside Drive, has been continued to Wednesday, June 5th, 2022. That is when the hearing for this item will take place with an opportunity for testimony. Now calling item number 21, Jeffrey's Yacht Club, located at 565 Sumner Street in East Boston, has applied for a club all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above one floor that is approximately 440 square feet with 5 rooms, total seating capacity of 20, 2 entrances and 2 exits. Manager Brian George, closing time 2 a.m. Attorney Andrew Upton. Attorney Upton.
Good morning, everyone. Andrew Upton for the applicant, and with me is the proposed manager of record, Brian George, as well as some club members who wish to testify. The Jeffrey's Yacht Club is applying for a new license. They have been on the water front in East Boston for almost 150 years. They've been there since 1876 and are the oldest yacht club on the East Coast, according to Wikipedia. But when we say yacht club, I don't want anyone to get the idea that people like Thurston Howell III are members. This is a working person's boat club. This is a place where people bring their boats, where people sail, where people get together as a community. There really are no yachts at this yacht club. They're mostly smaller boats and people from the town. They're very well regarded in the community. They're a nonprofit that are run by volunteers. They're open to all and striving for a diverse membership. We believe there is a public need for a license at this location. People coming in from their boats would like a place to relax and unwind. In the old days, I believe that they may have relaxed and unwound at the club with some beverages that were not necessarily compliant with modern day alcohol laws. So our goal is to get a license to prevent that from happening. They host potluck dinners for the members. They would like to have events for the members there. But as I said, they're very well regarded by the community. They've got a unanimous vote from the Jeffreys Point Neighborhood Association. And there have been no objections in our discussions with the community or the stakeholders. We believe this meets the Ballerin factors for a grant of a new license. There's certainly nothing like it in the area. We have strong neighborhood support. It would not increase traffic. It really is just an amenity for existing members. This club does not create noise or rowdiness. It's isolated. On one side is all water, of course. On the back is the street and a park. In fact, when we attempted to notify abutters, there were no abutters to notify because there are no abutting buildings. So the members self-regulate themselves. They don't allow any bad behavior. It's of a relatively small and modest size, and they have a great reputation in the neighborhood. In fact, the JPNA and other neighborhood groups have met there over the years because they're so intertwined with the neighborhood. And as far as I know, they have not had any problems over the last 150 years of their existence. Brian George is a US citizen. He's a Mass resident. He has some experience in the industry and he's familiar with the rules and regulations. And he is here today to answer any questions, as am I. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Upton. Where is Mr. George? Okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining.
George right there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you were with us and your attorney covered the 4 questions. I don't have any further questions at this point. Commissioner Curran or Saxon?
Nothing further. Thank you.
I don't either. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Molly Griffin with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services, speaking on behalf of one of my colleagues. Just to reiterate what Attorney Upton said, they have strong support from the Jeffreys Point Neighborhood Association, and residents have expressed support for the club, which has been a longstanding fixture in the neighborhood. There was one concern, potential for intoxicated patrons driving after leaving the club, but at this time, our office would like to defer this decision to the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. Are there any additional individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
I would like to, if the board would allow me to briefly make a statement.
Absolutely. Please
Sure.
identify
So,
yourself.
absolutely. My name is Douglas Babcock. I'm also happen to be a lawyer, though I know nothing about alcohol, so I'm just here as a member. I literally joined the club. I had heard about it through a friend about 10 years ago, and I moved to East Boston because it was such a good community. It's such a good vibe here. There's really friendly people, regular people who all live and work in the neighborhood. They're the JYC is very active in the community. They do a Toys for Tots thing on their own every Christmas. They have a kind of Christmas party for neighborhood kids. They also support the Eastie Elves, which is another kind of charitable institution. There's numerous police officers who are members, a retired detective. They take some local youths over the summer and by boat, and they take them to the islands, the Harbor Islands, to do a kind of outreach program for them. I don't want to take up too much time. It goes on and on. They're just it's a great club. They're really nice people. It's mostly an almost exclusively an older membership. I think I'm 42 and I'm one of the younger guys. So I think there was talk about wanting to get a liquor license and maybe try and attract some younger people to the area. But as far as concerns are, everyone here is a family person. There's husbands and wives come to the club. It's an older group of people, very friendly, not rowdy, not loud, not driving intoxicated, just a good, friendly family place, community place. And our would-be bartender is right here. That's Larry. He took the tips. He took the tips program, so he knows all the rules and regulations as well. And I think we'd only be serving liquor a few hours of the week. Just Fridays and Saturdays, and only to members and their guests. So that's it.
Yep. Like Attorney Upton said, most of the members go on the boat most of the day and they'll just come in for a refreshing drink and then go home. There's no rowdiness. We're all adults here. The youngest member is probably like 30 years old. And that's about it. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Are there any other additional individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Great. The board will take this matter under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now calling item 22, Lennox Sophia LLC, located at 87 A Street in South Boston, has applied for a common victualler 7-day wines and malt beverages license to be exercised on the above. The restaurant will occupy the first floor of a 3-story mixed-use commercial and residential building. The building consists of 1 commercial restaurant space and 2 residential units. The restaurant space is 750 square feet, seating for 20, with an open floor plan where the kitchen is an open view of the dining room. The restaurant has 1 shared bathroom and 1 storage closet located in the foyer areas. There is no basement. The operation hours will be Tuesday through Sunday, dinner 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday brunch 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Manager Sheely May, closing time 10 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
I'm Sheely May from Lennox Sophia. I'll be opening a neighborhood restaurant on 87 A Street, and I'm applying for the 7-day wine and malt license. So I'll primarily be serving casual fine dining food in an intimate space, primarily dinner, with the exception to Sunday for brunch, which operates from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. With approximately 20 seats. In addition to the wine and malt license, I actually like to request from the board that to obtain an actual common visual license to open and operate pending the new alcohol license approval. And that's it.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about the type of food you're offering at this location?
So my primary background is French and Italian food, so I'll be serving that. Is mainly bistro fare. That's it. Small plates, kind of casual farm to table style food.
Okay. Okay. And Mr. Is it May is your last name?
May, yes.
Have you been approved as a manager of record by this board before? Or
No,
is
I
this-
have not. This is my first venture.
Okay, so let me read the manager of record questions into the record and you can answer them.
Okay.
Are you a citizen?
Yes, I am.
Are you a resident of the Commonwealth?
Yes, I am.
Do you have experience in the food and beverage industry?
Yes, I do. Over 10 years.
And are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes.
And just to get on the record, if we do you want us to take a separate vote on the CV license, on the temporary CV license pending the availability, should you be approved of the beer and wine license?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any further questions. Commissioner Saxon or Commissioner Curran?
No additional questions. Thanks.
Not for me either, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Hi, Madam Chair, members of the board, Haley Dillon, Mayor's Office, Neighborhood Services. We'd like to defer the vote to the board, but would like to note that we have not received any opposition letters for this proposal. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam of the Chair, members of the board, Ana Calderon from Councilor Fling's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Are there any other additional individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Thank you. And just one question to confirm, Mr. May, from your application, looks like you'll be closed on Monday?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Just wanted to confirm that. Thank you. Seeing no additional individuals to provide testimony, the board will take this matter under advisement. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Calling item number 23, Frago Restaurant SB LLC, doing business as Shybird, located at 12 Old Colony Avenue in South Boston, has applied for a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above 12 Old Colony Ave, also known as 10 to 50 Old Colony Ave, 3,244 square feet in one main room, seating capacity 80, on ground floor with kitchen and storage in rear, 1,300 square foot year-round outdoor seating for 70 on private property, weather permitting. Patio closing hour midnight. Main entrances exits on Old Colony Avenue. Manager Eli Feldman, closing time 1 a.m. Attorney Kristen Scanlon. Attorney Scanlon.
Morning again, Madam Chair, members of the board, Kristen Scanlon representing the applicant. Signed on with us this morning are the co-owners Andrew Holden and Eli Feldman, who's also the proposed manager of record. He is a U.S. citizen, Massachusetts resident, and has a lot of experience in the restaurant industry, which I'll get into momentarily. But as the legal ad indicated, this is a proposal for a new all-day neighborhood cafe and restaurant to be located on Old Colony Avenue in South Boston. By way of background, Andrew Holden, who's one of the owners, is a recognized and well-respected leader in hospitality, staff education, and restaurant culture. He's originally from the Boston area and went to BU for hospitality administration and was part of the team at Eastern Standard, which prior to its recent closure was one of the most respected restaurants in the industry. Andrew also partnered with restaurateur Garrett Harker in 2015 to open Branch Line in Watertown, which is Andrew's hometown. Eli Feldman, who is his co-owner and again, proposed manager of record, spent a decade at Barbara Lynch's restaurant group, where he played a major role in expanding the company to 6 restaurants and nearly 300 employees. And since leaving there, has consulted in various restaurant operation projects, hospitality technology, and experience design. He's also a professor of food and beverage management at BU, and he joined the team at Eastern Standard and Branch Line in 2017. In 2019, they opened Shybird in Kendall Square in Cambridge, which is an all-day cafe, rotisserie, and bar. It's a modern neighborhood restaurant. They serve obviously breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they like to place themselves above fast casual, but below fine dining in the sense that they offer great ingredients and beverages, scratch cooking, and unparalleled hospitality at an affordable price. It's a very versatile, convenient stop for quick service, great coffee, snacks, and meals for breakfast and lunch. Or if someone wants to linger for a little while on their laptop and do some work, they're certainly welcome to do so, but also a refined menu and environment and ready to serve up a fantastic dinner service with top-notch hospitality. Shortly after opening in Cambridge, unfortunately, that's how many of these stories go these days. COVID turned things upside down, but despite that, they never closed during the pandemic, with Andrew and Eli working 18-hour days, turning into delivery drivers and delivering to local residents, businesses, and hospitals. So this South Boston location will be Shybird's second location, and one that's been in the works for quite some time for this new redevelopment area. As previously indicated, the square footage is approximately 3,200 square feet, with hours proposed from 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. daily. Seating inside is for 80 and 70 outside, with a total occupancy, of approximately 175. As far as public need is concerned for this particular license proposal, this area of South Boston has long been void of an active retail environment, more geared towards industrial businesses. With this particular development, that has started to change. National Development purchased the existing Cole Hersey buildings, totaling approximately 135,000 square feet, with the intent to develop a restaurant and retail hub. National Development has curated a mix of local operators, and Shybird is definitely complementary to the continued programming for this site. Prior to this development, the closest restaurants to this area were closer to the Broadway T station and on West Broadway, at least 0.3 miles away and beyond. Additionally, there's nothing really in the neighborhood that is an all-day neighborhood cafe and restaurant. Obviously, this is a different corner from Kendall Square in Cambridge, where Kendall's surrounded by a lot of an office environment, but so much of what drives them is being part of an evolving neighborhood, very much like this section of South Boston. Since last fall, and when liquor license prices had fallen, Eli and Andrew were actively trying to pursue purchasing a license, but as the board, I'm sure, is aware, the market's been rather cutthroat this past year, which on one hand I think is a great problem for the city to have, where we have local businesses who want to sign long-term leases and provide us with great food and drink options, but also difficult sometimes when you're the operator trying to be in the right place at the right time, attempting to obtain a license. So since we haven't had any luck with purchasing a license despite numerous offers placed, we decided to come directly to the city to ask for any available new one for this neighborhood spot, which is a bit of a restaurant desert at the moment, and one that nearby residents, businesses, and including the Andrew Square Civic Association, which we met with at the end of September, was extremely, incredibly supportive and excited about for this proposal. As far as job creation is concerned, they plan to hire upwards of 40 folks for this restaurant, and they're hoping for a June 2022 opening, pending obviously obtaining a license and supply chain lead time on restaurant equipment, which is something that they're all facing at this time too. So with that being said, any of us or all of us are happy to answer any questions or concerns the board might have regarding the proposal.
Thanks, Attorney Scanlon. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Saxon or Commissioner Curran, do you?
No further questions. Thank you.
I don't either. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Hi, Madam Chair, members of the board, Haley Dillon, Mayor's Office, Neighborhood Services. I'd like to defer the vote to the board, but would like to put on record that we've received nothing but support letters for this proposal. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam of the Chair, members of the board, Ana Calderon from Councilor Flink's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll now do a second call on item number 1, Tazia LLC. Is there anybody present on behalf of Tazia? Okay. And a second call on item number 5 on today's agenda, Luna's Restaurant LLC, doing business as Luna's Restaurant. Is there anybody present on behalf of Luna's Restaurant? Oh, I see someone trying to speak. Pak, are you here on behalf?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yes. Actually, I'm a
on item number 1.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me just read that into the record. Tazia LLC, located at 21 Dry Dock Ave, has applied for a common victualler license to be exercised on the above vendor space inside the IDB building, 160 square feet, all equipment and storage together in the vendor space. Manager Panupak Kraiwang, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You may go ahead.
Yes, my name is Panupak. I am a manager of the Tazia. We are applied for the common virtual license to be exercised. Vendor space inside the innovation and design building, about 160 square feet. Our equipment and our storage together in the vendor space. And we will serve fusion ramen that inspired by population Asian food. Yep, and our operation is Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and closed Saturday and Sunday.
Is it takeout only?
Well, mostly yes, and also the building in there they have like a seat for the building, not us. So we
Okay.
can just like a small stall to sell the food.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Thank you for explaining that and thank you for joining us this morning. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon, do you?
No questions. Thank you.
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Ana Calderon from Councilor Flink's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
And sorry, last call for item number 5. Anybody present on behalf of Luna's Restaurant?
Yes, we are here.
Yes.
Great, let me just read that into the record quickly. Luna's Restaurant LLC, doing business as Luna's Restaurant, located at 945 Saratoga Street in East Boston. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic neighborhood restricted beverages license, has petitioned to change the corporate structure of the licensed business from Luna's Restaurant LLC to Luna's Restaurant Corporation. And you may go ahead.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we're looking to moving forward, converting a transfer over from LLC over to a corporation.
Okay, are there any changes to the operations of your restaurant or just this?
No, it's just change the corporate from LLC to corporation. Nothing they have a change, nothing we adding on. Everything is the same operation.
Okay, great, thank you. I don't have any questions for you, Commissioner Saxon or Commissioner Curran, do you?
None for me. Thank you.
I do not. Thank you.
Great. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Any other individuals who would like to testify? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.
You too. And those are all the matters before the board today. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.